Okay, so a lot of people reached out and commented on one of my videos related to XRP, talking about, XRP doesn't have a market cap. That was what they're basically saying. Now, if you want my 2 cents on the matter, yes, I think it does, but no, it doesn't, right? So technically, right, if we go technically, no, there is no market cap for XRP, right? Because it has been declared not a security, right? So like a commodity, everybody said in the comments like oil, there's no market cap for oil. That's true. And there's also no market cap for gold. Yet hedge funds, money market managers, all of the big institutions do use some sort of tool to measure how much gold has been mined already, and then they compile that with the current price and come up with a quote-unquote market cap. So I think the answer is somewhere in between. And also, I think it would be foolish to say, yeah, there's just zero market cap, it doesn't really matter, it's going to go to the moon and all of that, because do you really think that institutions are going to use that mentality when they're deciding whether or not to invest in something like XRP at large quantities? Again, I just think it would be somewhat foolish to assume that they're not going to look at supply times or multiplied by the price of XRP at whatever time it is. Now, I did say something in my last video that threw a lot of people off. I said it was, market cap is like shares or number of crypto coins multiplied by total supply. And that's not totally true. Some of y'all nailed it on the head. That's great. Thank you for correcting me. It is the total circulating supply, right? So how does this tie into XRP? So XRP has a total of right near 100 billion XRP out there, right? 40 billion of that right now is locked up in escrow with Ripple, and then the other 60 billion is in the circulating supply. So that 60 billion is what's being used as a part of, what I would call the market cap. So when I'm referring to total supply, that is exactly what I meant. And yes, you can actually just go do the math. The supply right now of total circulating supply times the price does give you the current market cap that you'll find out there when you're looking at comparative charts, like on Coin Crypto Cap, for example, on that website. And look, no shade if you're one of the people who doesn't believe in a market cap for XRP or something like that. Absolutely no shame, no shade. Just for me and myself, the logical conclusions that I can come to is that institutions will be using that as some sort of a figure in their analysis when they're determining when to invest and not invest. So if institutions are going to use that kind of figure, I'm also going to use that kind of figure, whether it's called a market cap or something